Alright guys, welcome back to the shop. So we're going to finish up this leather chisel case today, and I was thinking this morning as I came back and was looking at this, it's kind of fortuitous that I ended up having to put on this extra accent strip with our stamped numbers in that, because what would have happened if I didn't put that in there is that we would have ended up having to stitch through all of our stamped details. As you can see, especially on the 1/8 here, our stitches would have come right through where we have those where we had those numbers anyway. So the smarter thing would have been to put them at the bottom or something like that. But yeah, I'm glad that I screwed up in that area and I didn't leave them in there and then stitch right through them, because that would have been really annoying. So right now this looks a lot better than it would have. So all we have to do today is just hopefully finish off all of the stitching. We've got to do all these individual areas. So each one of these points at the top here is an individual area that has to be stitched. Same thing with each of these bottom areas. Then when that's done, we can move on to adding in some clasps so this thing will actually stay closed. But overall, we're getting pretty dang close, and I just kind of want to get this stitching over with because, like I said yesterday, the stitching part really sucks. So I really do love the look of hand-stitched leather. It is a very, it looks so much different than stuff that I've seen, that, like more mass-produced leather goods that have, machine stitching to them. There's definitely a characteristic to it. But anyway, we've got all the stitching done all the way through. Maybe, like I said, we might add some strips up here just to make this top part a little less floppy. But for now, we're going to move on to putting in the snaps, because I want to be able to close this and have it stay closed. So, so once we have it in there, it should stay kind of together as a single unit. So all we need to do is just punch a hole through basically all of these pieces of leather, install our snaps, and everything should line up pretty well. We'll do some cleanup work afterwards to just make sure that things are actually lining up, because I highly doubt I'm going to be super accurate with this. But my plan is I'm just going to line things up and just kind of go for the punch. Okay, so the snaps are in, and just a reminder, I have no idea what I'm doing here. You can see how the backside here is just kind of butchered. The snaps that I have are definitely too short, or the rivet part is too short for the material that we're working with here, these 3 pieces of leather. So probably need to get a different set of snaps or something. This is just a generic set I bought off Amazon for super cheap, so I don't expect them to be anything super fancy. But I got them in, they work. Maybe they didn't. Nope, that one failed already. Yeah, so this side I might have to mess around with and smash it in a little bit more. Basically at this point I'm just brute forcing it, hoping that it works eventually. But anyway, what I was just looking at right now is that if I lay a chisel in here, but with the depth that it's going to go to, which is right there, and then I close the one snap that is still functional, we have a full inch of extra space above the tool handle here, which is exactly what I don't want to have happen. I want to make sure that when I close this, it's actually like tight enough. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the chisels fitted up. So we're gonna wet this inner area here, get the chisels fitted up, then we can have all the chisels in here, then we can measure how much material we want to take off up here, then we can actually take that material off, because there's no point having that full extra inch up there, because that may let the chisels bounce out if I'm carrying it around. So I want to tighten it up a little bit. Okay, so we got all the chisels fit in. I did end up blowing through the backside on 2 of them, but we'll find some way to patch that looks pretty good. It is kind of self-healing after getting it all wet in that. They're not actually holes that are in there, they're just kind of slices through. But what ended up happening is I just got a little bit too impatient with I believe it's the 1/2 inch and the 3/8 inch. Plus these two are very sharp right now. These ones I think are the sharpest ones I had. So I just pushed a little bit too hard, and especially trying to get it through this area underneath where we have this little accent piece. Because the water can't actually penetrate through this piece as easily, that area was still fairly dry, so it didn't want to stretch as much. So what I figured out on the 1/4 inch and the 1/8 inch is I just went in with a screwdriver. I really soaked this area, then I went with a screwdriver and just kind of loosened off as much as I could. So now when we pull our chisels out and take off the plastic wrap, we should be able to slide them in, and they should just sit in there nicely like that, and they should just slide in and out just cleanly. Which that is just about a perfect fit. And that is the one thing I do love about leather, is when you form it properly, you get this just beautiful fit, because it's you can just feel that it's just fully supporting the tool, but it's not holding in onto it. Just light pressure in and out, and it just goes. So we're gonna unwrap the rest of the chisels, get them all set up in here, and then we will figure out how much material we need to take off to make this fit properly. Alright guys, so that is the case all finished. You got the handle on the outside so I can carry it around. I probably should have put a double layer of leather in there, but I think it should be fine. We're stitched in there really good. We did the whole like cross stitch and all that on the inside, so it should be pretty solid. We also have the handle on the inside so I can carry this thing around nice and easily. And I can also use it to hang the case so that we can easily pick out which chisel I want. You can see that the chisel just fit so beautifully in there. That's a nice friction fit. So you can see those two small areas where we did punch through. So far they haven't had an issue. Now that it's dried off, it's no longer wet. They have kind of self-sealed. I'm going to try out some stuff to try and patch them. Apparently Titebond was originally designed to keep leather drive belts attached together. So I'm going to try using some Titebond and maybe a little patch on the back there, but I'll try that off camera. It's not something that I think is super important to show. But overall, yeah, it's a nice, simple leatherworking project, and it's a super useful one too, because now I just have all of my chisels just wherever I need them. I can take them to the bench, I can take them somewhere else in the shop, I can take them to a job site with me, you know, whatever I need. And now they're nicely protected in this leather case. So this was a really fun project. I love the way it came out. I'm not that great at leatherworking, as you guys can probably tell by this. There's definitely a lot of things that a professional leatherworker would probably do differently, but overall I'm super happy with it. And for my first leather project in months, I don't even remember the last time I actually did a leather project, this came out looking pretty good, and it's a nice simple piece. So one of the features that I found really cool about this is because I left the back nice and floppy, I didn't add any supporting strips or anything like that. You just roll it up nice and tight, and now I have the chisel sitting at a perfect angle. So when I'm sitting at the workbench, I can just pull out which chisel I need, and then I gotta more delicately slide it back in so I don't cut through the backside. In hindsight, I definitely would have figured out a better solution to protect the backside to make sure that I couldn't actually cut through it. Maybe add an extra layer of this the thinner leather to the backside, just so that way you'd cut through that leather, not the actual outside of the case. But overall, again, it's just super functional. As long as I'm just somewhat delicate putting them back in, I think it's going to work just great. So I'm really excited to put this thing to use. You guys will see it in some of the upcoming projects, and you'll get to know exactly how it was made. So as always, guys, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.